Hi guys, here are all the steps that you need to know to buy a home using Navy Federal Credit Union. So I'm going to go step by step. I put as many copies of emails and dates to help you with the process and how long it takes. Just anything that you may need. Also, don't feel free to drop any questions below. I'll share it while it's fresh on my mind. And then the background talking will be me at closing date, them explaining everything of how the process works from all the documents being signed. I thought it was helpful that you guys would get to hear. Step 2, find a realtor or find a home, find a property. You're going to get to see about maybe 1 to 5, but you'll kind of get the idea of what you're looking for, and that's when your realtor really comes in. So that's the second step, and I think that's probably the hardest and the longest step, because now in 2021, where the housing market, the prices were doubled and bids were being homes were being overbid for. So just kind of get the feel of what to expect. So good luck, and like I said,
our loan amount. Got it. Shows us our interest rate.
Step 3 was I decided on a home that I liked, so we made an offer, and then I had to put down $1,000 earnest money. They sent me a contract. I signed all that information, and it kind of had me locked in with buying that particular home. So again, I will insert any emails, any information that would be helpful, so you can kind of keep an idea of what happens in the process and what information to look for also.
That was the reason why, because that's very high. Yeah, I've had them many under 3%. Yeah, so I'm not sure why this.
Next was the inspection, which I felt like comes really fast. I think I have like a 5-day window. I ended up finding my own inspector and my own attorney. The real estate person did offer one. If you don't have it, you can always go with the people that they recommend or use. But I chose my own. To make sure I had everything inspected, which was all fine, but just a heads up, that's who I went with, and you can find that through another friend or through the Yellow Pages or online.
It's a fixed rate loan.
Okay.
Then we have your total monthly payment or estimated total monthly payment, which is your.
So my appraisal came back at 185, and she was asking for 187. So in my favor, she ended up reducing the price to 185. But just be aware that that's something that can happen. My Navy Federal was the person that sent out the appraisal folks. And as you can see too on the slides, I'm adding the date so you'll kind of get a general timeline of how long everything took. The reason why it took so long is because the seller could not leave her own home and go to her new home until April 30th. So they gave me about 60 days.
Combined closing statement, this has our seller side, and then this has our buyer side. Buyer side is
finally, I received like an email notification from Navy Federal that loan documents or other type of documents have been uploaded to the portal. So then I went out there and I can actually see numbers. I can see different fees, and I had to sign a bunch of stuff. So just be aware that that's when all that documentation starts to come in.
This is a whole year's worth of taxes for 2020. So taxes in Illinois are paid in arrears. So that's why they're giving us that credit. And then the 2021 taxes are being credited to you through today's date.
So then the next step, I got assigned like a loan person. She wasn't my loan officer, but she was like an assistant to her. Name was Allie, and she went through all my paperwork, and I had to explain like my bankruptcy, all the credit cards, right? Like I recently opened up a new credit card. I had to explain all that. Anything on your credit that they just want an explanation, and I literally just typed on a piece of paper different explanations. So just be aware that this is when all that process happened before it goes to underwriting. Then it goes to underwriting, and it came back. I had to explain some more. So just be aware of that. Be honest and just say, hey, this is what this is for. It's like a take it or leave it deal. So after it came back from underwriting, everything went smoothly, and that's when I finally got an email that said you are clear to close. And also, this is when I scheduled my final walkthrough to see the place and make sure everything had been fixed per the inspection or anything. Just make sure I did a final walkthrough at this time.
What they claim is 4 months worth of homeowners insurance and 4 months worth of taxes.
Yeah, I just wanted to
credit card to make sure I had enough. So do that 3 months prior to, so when they're checking your stuff, it'll be there. You won't have to explain it. So email came out. I got a copy of that, and now I can get ready for closing. The night before closing date, my lawyer sent me the final number. It went from $10,000 to $2,000 or so to close. I had to change my cashier's check, but everything was set. Went to the office, you sign in, you get assigned to a room, your lawyer joins you. Due to COVID, everything was limited, but it was a pretty smooth, fast day. Navy Federal did not send my money, so it took me a little bit longer. I had to sit there, and they just told me to go home, and they'll call me when I'm funded. But otherwise, everything worked out, so just be aware of that.
Basically, they're taking it here, and then they're giving it back to you here. It's kind of a silly.
I know I may have left out some things, guys, but again, comment below. I'll give you any information you need.